Welcome to Old Coin Spot, where today we're taking a closer look at the remarkable Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar, coin admired for its bold design, powerful symbolism, and surprising value in the collector market. This special issue has earned a strong reputation among enthusiasts, not just for its beauty, but for the unique traits that make certain examples far more desirable than others. Coin number 1. The 1776-1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar holds a strong position in American numismatics, not only because it honors 2 centuries of national independence, but also because certain rare versions of this coin have become highly desirable among collectors. While millions were minted for circulation, a very small number were produced with exceptional finishes and unique minting qualities that separate them from ordinary examples. These rare pieces attract strong collector demand today, especially high-grade silver issues and error varieties that show unusually sharp details or unexpected striking characteristics. Their blend of patriotic symbolism and limited top-quality availability gives them lasting appeal in the modern coin market. When the United States prepared to celebrate its bicentennial in 1976, Congress authorized special designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar. The Kennedy half-dollar received one of the most admired sets of commemorative features, created to mark the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Produced mainly at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, the coin became part of a nationwide tribute that connected millions of Americans to this historic milestone. Silver-clad versions struck in San Francisco, particularly proofs, were crafted with greater care than circulation strikes, and these select issues now represent the most sought-after variants. This coin stands as a cultural reminder of national unity, artistic celebration, and a transitional moment in modern U.S. coinage. The design offers collectors a blend of artistry and symbolism that makes it visually memorable. The obverse maintains the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy, originally sculpted by Gilray Roberts, but with crisp refinements seen especially in proof and high-grade silver examples. On the reverse, Seth Huntington's Independence Hall design takes center stage, framed by dual dates, 1776-1976, to mark the bicentennial. The silver-clad versions carry a richer luster due to their 40% silver composition, and their weight and feel differ slightly from the standard copper-nickel issues. High-grade specimens display deep mirrored fields, frosted devices, and sharply defined lines that set them apart from everyday circulation strikes. What creates true rarity within this series is not the general mintage, because millions were made, but the scarcity of perfectly preserved examples and unusual mint varieties. The San Francisco 40% silver proofs are notably difficult to find in flawless deep cameo condition, and only a small portion of these survive without hairline scratches or spotting. Even more desirable are rare die varieties and high-grade business strikes with exceptional clarity, as they represent only a fraction of the total production. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value, since tiny imperfections dramatically affect grading results, and collectors aggressively pursue the finest known pieces. Market value for the most exceptional bicentennial Kennedy half-dollars continues to rise, especially for silver proofs in the highest certified grades and rare varieties. A deeply mirrored 40% silver proof exhibiting strong cameo contrast can command around $3,200 in today's market, with some premium pieces reaching higher levels when offered at major auctions. Certain rare error varieties or unusually sharp business strikes may fall in the $1,400 to $2,900 range, depending on their condition and certification. The strongest prices are consistently realized by coins with exceptional visual quality, flawless surfaces, and verified grading from leading services, reflecting steady demand from both specialized and patriotic collectors. Collectors hopping to acquire a top-tier Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar should focus on details that reveal careful preservation, such as smooth fields, sharp lettering, and strong device contrast. Certification from respected grading services adds long-term security and helps confirm authenticity, especially for high-value silver proofs. When storing these coins, using airtight capsules or archival-safe holders prevents tunning and surface damage. Smart acquisition strategies include watching reputable auction houses, attending established coin shows, and working with trusted dealers who specialize in silver-era U.S. commemoratives. Taking time to compare surface quality and strike sharpness can make a significant difference in value. Beyond financial worth, the coin has earned an important place in collecting culture because it represents a rare moment when everyday Americans held a commemorative piece of national history in their hands. The bicentennial celebration fostered a renewed interest in coin collecting, and this half-dollar remains a tangible connection to that era. The special designs, patriotic themes, and availability of silver variants keep the coin relevant for modern collectors who value both artistry and symbolism in their collections. In the end, the 1776-1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar remains a standout issue for anyone interested in modern U.S. coinage, offering a mix of history, beauty, and collectible rarity. High-grade silver proofs and rare mint varieties continue to show strong market performance, with values that reflect genuine collector enthusiasm. For beginners, it offers an accessible entry into historical commemoratives, while experienced collectors appreciate the challenge of finding premium examples. With its blend of cultural meaning and measurable scarcity, this coin continues to hold lasting potential for appreciation in the years ahead. Coin number 2. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar represents a hunt for a modern rarity born from a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. While over 450 million pieces were struck, making most examples commonplace, the pinnacle of this series is reserved for a minuscule number of coins distinguished by extraordinary condition or dramatic minting errors. These ultra-rare specimens, often valued from $1,500 to well over $10,000, captivate collectors because they combine the coin's significant historical transition with extreme scarcity, appealing to those who seek both narrative depth and numismatic prestige in a modern issue. The historical context of the 1971 issue is defined by a stark economic transition. It was the first Kennedy half-dollar struck for general circulation with no silver content, moving to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change, mandated by the rising price of silver, was signed into law by President Richard Nixon on December 31, 1970. The coin thus marks the definitive end of silver in circulating U.S. half-dollars, a permanent shift that closed a chapter in American monetary history. Despite the Denver Mint producing over 302 million pieces in 1971, the highest mintage of the three mints that year, the public had largely abandoned the denomination in daily commerce, leading to widespread hoarding of the earlier silver versions and making high-grade, uncirculated examples of the new base metal coins surprisingly elusive. A premier example of value is the astonishing 1971 D half-dollar graded MS-61 that sold for $13,000 at auction. This price, dramatically higher than most grades, highlights a crucial numismatic principle. Extreme condition rarity can create immense value even from a high mintage issue. For the 1971 D, coins grading MS-67 are considered very scarce, with fewer than 1,000 known, while those reaching MS-68 are exceedingly rare, with likely fewer than a dozen in existence. This steep grading cliff means that a coin jumping from MS-66 to MS-67 can see its value multiply exponentially, transforming an otherwise common coin into a centerpiece collection. The undisputed king of 1971 variants is the 1971 D struck on a 40% silver planchet, a remarkable transitional error. This coin occurred when a leftover silver planchet from the 1970 composition was accidentally fed into presses striking the new copper-nickel coins. These errors are exceptionally rare and can command $10,000 or more. Identifying one requires a simple edge check. A standard 1971 coin will show a distinct copper band, while the silver error has a solid silver stripe with no copper layer. The discovery of such an error decades after minting underscores that extraordinary finds still await collectors. Another avenue for significant value lies in pristine proof specimens from the San Francisco Mint. While common in lower grades, proofs with deep cameo contrast, where the frosted design elements stand sharply against mirror-like fields, become rare at the highest grades. A 1971 S-proof graded PR69 with deep cameo, DCAM, holds an auction record of 12,000**. For business strikes from Philadelphia, the record is held by an MS67 example that sold for $2,900, demonstrating that in the realm of modern coins, perfection is priced at a substantial premium, with values easily reaching $2,000 to $3,000 for the finest known examples. For collectors, the hunt must be guided by expertise and verification. The paramount rule is to prioritize certification by top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC. A holder from these services guarantees authenticity, accurately assesses the condition, and is essential for realizing top market value. When examining a raw coin, focus on flawless surfaces, full mint luster, and sharp strikes on the hair details above Kennedy's ear and the eagle's breast feathers. For error coins, professional authentication is non-negotiable. Acquire these premium coins through reputable auction houses, established dealers with documented provenance, or numismatic shows where coins can be physically inspected. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, in its supreme manifestations, offers a compelling convergence of historical symbolism and numismatic scarcity. It serves as a tangible bookmark in the story of American currency, marking the final step in the demonetization of silver. For the advanced collector, securing a top population MS67 business strike or a legendary silver planchet error is not merely an acquisition, but an investment in a defined rarity. These coins have demonstrated stable appreciation driven by their absolute scarcity rather than speculative demand, cementing their status as modern classics. Building a meaningful collection around this key date involves strategic focus. You might consider a graded registry set, pursuing the finest examples from each mint, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco proof. Alternatively, a specialized error collection could feature the FS101 and FS102 double-die obverse varieties, which are recognized and valued by specialists. For most collectors, a wisely chosen, professionally graded example in the highest affordable condition will provide greater long-term satisfaction and financial stability than multiple lower-grade pieces. The market for these premium coins is nuanced, and success belongs to those who value quality over quantity. I hope this detailed overview aids your collecting pursuits. Should you wish to explore specific price histories for the 1971 D double-die varieties or the survival estimates for top-grade Philadelphia coins, I can provide further focused analysis. Coin number 3. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, especially when found in a very dirty and worn state. But this piece has quietly earned a respected place in the world of modern U.S. coin collecting. Even coins that look heavily aged can carry remarkable value when they retain the right mix of originality, historical relevance, and desirable mint characteristics. Collectors continue to seek this date because it represents a period of transition in American minting, a time when demand for half-dollars was shifting, and fewer high-grade examples survived in circulation. That combination has shaped the 1972 issue into a sleeper coin that is finally gaining the recognition it deserves among enthusiasts. The background of the 1972 minting year reflects a moment when the United States Mint was adjusting to the post-silver era. The Kennedy series had transitioned fully to copper-nickel clad by this point, and the excitement of the early memorial years had begun to stabilize. Demand for half dollars in everyday commerce was decreasing, which meant fewer rolls were saved and fewer specimens were preserved in pristine condition. Many ended up in circulation for decades, taking on dirt, discoloration, and heavy wear, leaving collectors today with limited opportunities to find coins that reflect their original beauty. This context makes every surviving example in better condition especially appealing, even when first discovered in a dirty state. The design of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar continues the powerful image of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, sculpted with sharp hair details, a strong profile, and clean facial contours when struck properly. In a dirty example, these features may appear muted beneath layers of grime, but collectors know that the underlying detail can often survive. The reverse features the presidential coat of arms surrounded by 50 stars, a commanding design that represents national strength and unity. Even when covered in age and debris, the crispness of the eagle's wings, the shield lines, or the small stars can reveal how well the coin was originally struck, giving collectors clues about its true potential value after proper evaluation. Rarity for the 1972 issue comes not from low mintage, but from the survival of coins in top-end collectible states. The vast majority spent decades in circulation, picking up dirt, scratches, and surface dullness that make high-grade examples extremely scarce today. Coins recovered in very dirty condition often surprise collectors because once inspected closely, some retain strong underlying detail that was simply hidden beneath surface buildup. Those examples become especially valuable because restored clarity can reveal the sharp striking traits that separate ordinary pieces from premium ones. Collector demand continues to rise because the Kennedy series has become one of the strongest modern coin categories, appealing to both new and long-time collectors. The 1972 issue stands out because it represents the middle years of the series where minting quality was inconsistent and fewer high-grade coins were saved. Dirty finds with strong detail beneath the surface create excitement, as they offer the chance to uncover a hidden gem that has survived decades unnoticed. This blend of mystery, history, and sharp design helps the coin maintain a steady and growing collector market. In today's market, a 1972 Kennedy half dollar found in very dirty condition, but possessing strong underlying details can bring impressive prices depending on how well the original strike and surfaces have been preserved. A solid example with moderate detail and some originality may trade near the $900 range, while a sharper piece with better structural integrity can move toward $1,800. Strongly defined coins with minimal hidden damage have been selling for $3,200, and the rarest surviving specimens with excellent detail beneath the dirt can reach values approaching $6,200 in certain collector circles. These estimates highlight how dramatically condition influences value, even when a coin is discovered in a worn and dirty state. Collectors hopping to find a standout 1972 Kennedy half dollar should look closely at high-contact areas such as Kennedy's hair, cheek, and jawline, examining whether detail survives under the dirt. On the reverse, the wings of the eagle and the feathers beneath the shield reveal how well the coin was struck. Searching through old rolls, inherited accumulations, or forgotten coin jars can lead to surprising discoveries, as many of the best specimens today were initially found in poor visual condition. Careful handling, proper cleaning avoidance, and professional grading are key to protecting both the surface and the value of the coin. As we wrap up this look at the 1972 Kennedy half dollar in very dirty condition, it becomes clear why this coin continues to attract collectors who appreciate hidden treasure, unexpected value, and untold history. Its design strength, survival challenges, and high-quality demand make it a rewarding piece for both beginners and experienced numismatists. And if you enjoyed learning about this coin, stay with us, because the next coin in our series carries a story and value that might surprise you even more. Coin number 4. The 1977 Kennedy half dollar. But not just any example. We're talking about a coin that, despite being in very dirty condition, commands a premium that will surprise you. This isn't your everyday half dollar found in circulation. It's a coin with a story, a hidden gem that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So, let's get started and uncover why this often overlooked piece is so special. The 1977 Kennedy half dollar, at first glance, might seem like a common coin from the late 20th century, minted in large quantities for circulation. However, its collectability skyrockets when we consider the rare mint errors that occurred during its production, particularly those involving wrong planchets or dramatic striking mistakes. These errors transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a numismatic treasure, and even in very dirty condition, they retain immense value because of their scarcity. Collectors prize these coins not for their appearance but for their historical significance and the stories they tell of minting mishaps. This makes the 1977 issue a standout, as it represents a period of mass production where occasional flaws slip through, creating accidental rarities that are highly sought today. To understand the context, we need to look back at 1977. The United States was moving past the bicentennial celebrations, and the Kennedy half dollar had settled into routine production, primarily struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. With over 43 million pieces minted, it was a coin intended for everyday use, yet half dollars rarely circulated widely, leading many to be stored or forgotten. This era saw the use of copper-nickel-clad planchets, but occasional errors occurred, such as coins struck on leftover 40% silver planchets from earlier years or on planchets intended for other denominations. These mistakes happened amidst high-volume minting, and when they entered circulation, they often accumulated dirt and wear, making them appear ordinary to the untrained eye. Today, these error coins from 1977 are relics of a minting process that, despite its precision, allowed for fascinating anomalies. Now let's examine the design. The obverse features Gilroy Roberts' iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy, with Liberty and In God We Trust inscribed around the edge, while the reverse showcases Frank Gasparo's rendition of the presidential seal, complete with an eagle and shield. For the 1977 issue, there are no intentional design changes, but the unique features lie in the errors. On error coins, you might find off-center strikes, double dies, or most valuable coins struck on the wrong planchet. These anomalies can be detected even under heavy dirt. For instance, a coin on a silver planchet will have a different weight and ring, and off-center strikes show misaligned elements. The dirt and grime may obscure details, but careful examination can reveal these traits, turning a dirty half dollar into a numismatic puzzle worth solving. When it comes to rarity, the 1977 Kennedy half dollar in very dirty condition is a study in survival. While millions were minted, the error varieties are exceptionally scarce, with perhaps only a handful known for certain types, like the 1977 D struck on a 40% silver planchet. These coins often survived in dirty, circulated states because they were spent without notice, passing through hands for years before being recognized. Their condition covered in grime, with worn surfaces, adds to their authenticity, proving they were part of the commercial stream. For collectors, this means that even a coin in very dirty condition is desirable if it bears a rare error, as so few examples exist in any state. Survival rates are so low that any confirmed error, regardless of dirt or wear, becomes a prized find. Collector demand for this coin stems from its role as a key era in the Kennedy half-dollar series. While the series itself is popular, the 1977 errors represent peak rarities that attract specialists and error enthusiasts. Unlike earlier silver issues that appeal for their metal content, these clad errors are valued for their minting history, creating a niche but passionate market. Demand remains high because grading services like PCGS or NGC will authenticate and slab these coins, knotting the error even in poor condition, which reassures buyers. This coin stands out in the Kennedy series as a testament to how rarity can trump condition, making it a cornerstone for collectors who enjoy the hunt for unusual pieces that defy ordinary expectations. So what is the market value for a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar in very dirty condition? For common circulated examples, its face value to about $1, but for certified error coins, prices jump significantly. A 1977 D struck on a 40% silver planchet, even in dirty, low-grade condition, can range from $1,800 to $3,500. Off-center strikes or broad errors might bring $600 to $2,000, depending on severity, with exceptional pieces reaching up to $5,000 or more at auction. The key is certification. Once authenticated, these coins trade hands confidently. For collectors, this means a dirty 1977 half-dollar could be a hidden asset worth thousands, turning spare change into a substantial investment. For those looking to add this coin to their collection, focus on authentication and knowledge. First, learn to identify error traits, check weight, magnetism, and strike alignment even under dirt. Second, submit potential fines to grading services, as certification boosts value and credibility. Look in circulation, bank rolls, or estate sales, but expect to search through many ordinary coins. Color and luster are irrelevant here. The dirt may hide details, but it also adds character and proof of circulation. Networking with error coin communities and attending coin shows can also yield opportunities. Remember, patience is crucial, as these rarities are few and far between. In conclusion, the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar in very dirty condition is a numismatic paradox, a coin that gleams with value despite its grimy surface. Its importance lies in its rarity and minting story, offering a tangible link to U.S. mint errors. For new collectors, it's an accessible entry into error collecting, while veterans appreciate it as a challenging rarity. This coin underscores that in numismatics, sometimes the greatest treasures are found not in shine, but in the dirt and history they carry. Now, if you think this coin is fascinating, wait until we explore next week's topic, the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent, a coin with such dramatic doubling that it's a legend in the hobby. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.